Welcome to Cooking in the Dark. This is Cheryl Cummings, and I'm going to introduce to you the man who proves to us every week that you don't need sight to cook dinner tonight, Dale Campbell.
More applause, money, send money. Happy Thanksgiving, Houston. If you're not listening to Houston, Thanksgiving's already over with. You're fat, you're sassy, and I hope you got leftovers because today's show is all about what to do with that turkey, man. What to do with that stuff. Fry it, boil it, get it on. That's it. All right, if you're listening in Dallas, Thanksgiving's over. Hope you enjoyed them football games. If you're listening out there in Virginia, the Virginia Voice, it's Sunday already. Lots of football games were played today. Lots of college football, too, y'all. I love this time of year. Fall is in the air, Cheryl. Autumn, the sweet smells of pumpkin pies, bacon, the sound of belts popping, buttons snapping, all that crazy stuff that goes on with that big feast.
Yes.
Now, we haven't feasted just yet here, but we're fixing to. And I tell you what I do, Cheryl, when we're going to my brother's house today for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Or we went to my brother's house for Thanksgiving. And what I'm taking is I'm taking me some extra pans, some extra boiled.
Okay.
Because nobody packs the blind guy up any leftovers. I got to go fend for myself. And I'm not shy when it comes to this time of year. Now, my mom makes these great homemade egg noodles. All I eat. You only get them twice a year, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, man, why waste your time filling up all that turkey and all that other stuff? I'm after the noodles, but I pack the other stuff. I pack the stuffing. I pack the mashed potatoes. I pack the gravy. I pack the turkey. I pack the pies if I can get them out the house. Because I got to eat Friday.
So, yes, the next day you need something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, what we're going to talk about today, Cheryl, we're going to give people some ideas about what to do with that turkey. Man, when like 2 years ago we had the whole family, we had like 23 people here. I fried 2 turkeys, I smoked a turkey, and we did one in the oven. We had more dang gobblers gobbling. We had turkey out the yang yazoo. Now everybody, man, it was good too. Let's see, that's 1530. The one we smoked was 23 pounds. So we had 70 pounds of turkey.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Plus, the stuffing. If y'all listened last week to the show,
Dale's apple, sausage, pecan. What else was in there?
All-American Texas.
That was a superb
delicious
stuffing. Yeah.
Apple, hot sausage, pecan. Stuffing. Delicious. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So today we're going to talk about what do you do with all that leftovers, man. What can I do with this turkey, Golly. Seems like sometimes you get sick of it because you get sick of making just an old turkey sandwich. Now, I'll tell you what, though, a nice piece of fresh bread, some mustard, a little mayo maybe with some horseradish in it, a little cheese, a little fresh dill, a couple slices of turkey breast. That's good for the first day, but what you going to do the second day? What you going to do when they come for you? Gobble, gobble. Oh, my gosh, I digress, man. Did you hear all the people here?
I did.
There is a huge crowd here for some reason. The last time we had such a crowd here, we had that old Brooke Demery here.
We did.
So I'm beginning to think that the people don't come because I look good now. Don't get me wrong. I've got my Cooking in the Dark apron on. Makes me look, I'm just so delectably dressed. But they're not here for me. They're here for our guests. Do you want to tell them who it is, or should we wait?
I think we should keep them guessing. Once you tell that joke, people need a reason to stick around. So.
What joke? I don't tell jokes.
No, not at all.
I'm betting she doesn't find her, or he, or it, or she, me. You think they'll find their way out of the green room?
I think it depends again on what instructions did you give.
Well, first of all, the green room's really red now because it's Christmas. It's Christmas time, so we painted it. They might not even find the room. Okay. Anyway, good gracious, man. There were these 2 friends, Cheryl, growing up. One was named Tim Flaherty. The other was Mario Sokola. And they both, from an early age, realized that they wanted to be priests and, be rise up through the Catholic Church, and they went to, monastery together, and they went to school together, and they got out, and they, both became archbishops, and they moved up and through the church pretty fast, and everybody knew that Mario Ciccolo was by far the brightest of the two and the most outgoing, and in no time at all, both of them made cardinal. Once you become cardinal, man, you're in line to be pope, and the pope passed away, and it was time for a new pope to be picked, and the whole cardinal college knew that it was going to be one of these two guys. They do their ballot and burn the smoke, burn the ballot, yada yada, and white smoke comes out, and it's Tim. Tim makes pope. And Mario's like, he's all upset. And he's just like, why? Why? And one of the cardinals finally came to him and he goes, I think it came down to the final thing that you didn't make it because of your name. You would have been Pope Ciccolo.
Oh, my God.
That an eye roller or what?
That's an eye roller.
Now, I didn't hear anybody leaving yet. That was a good idea, not introducing our guest.
Yeah.
Pope Ciccolo. Come on down. Let's get the blessing from Pope Ciccolo. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. That one came from my good friend Sammy Clay in Washington, D.C. Thanks, Sammy. As soon as I heard that rolled my eyes. I was like, that'll be perfect for the show. That'll get Cheryl. Cheryl will love it. Cheryl likes them jokes.
There you go.
I want y'all to put your hands together and welcome Miss Karen Karsh. Come on in, Karen.
How are you, Dale?
Man, I am great. How are you doing?
I'm great.
I'm thinking we just cancel the show and just have you sing.
Hey, twist my arm.
That works for me. That is awesome. Now, what is the name of that album?
The album's called After the Rain.
After the Rain. Oh, y'all. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have made it to, well, I know exactly how many of y'all have made it to our Houston gatherings, but Karen was here last year. I guess, yeah, it was last year, wasn't it?
It was.
In November. Helped celebrate my birthday. She didn't do any Jell-O shots, y'all. No Jell-O shots at all. She was a prim and proper lady.
I was afraid to.
Yeah, they'd only fermented since Halloween, so they were good. But, y'all, I was standing between her and two others. I was caught in the triangle, and they were singing, and I was just like, just take me away. Let me float, man. Let me float. Too awesome. Too awesome. So, folks, this is Karen Karsh. She has 2 CDs out, both of which right now she told us off air that if you will buy them between now and the 15th of December, that'll be enough time to ship them out, won't it, for Christmas?
Absolutely.
Okay, between now and the 15th of December at blindmysmart.com. Go to Blind My Smart. They're uploaded on the website. They're right on the home page, right on the front page. Order them. They're $18 and free shipping. Free shipping, y'all. $18 free shipping for both her, one CD, $36 for both of them. But she will also donate $3 per CD to the scholarship fund. Now that is awesome. I applaud you there. That's big applause. Woo, big applause. We have leftover turkey. What the heck are we going to do with all crazy turkey, man? One of my favorite things to do is to make technically it's called a turkey casserole, Cheryl?
It is called a
turkey casserole. I think it's what
casserole.
the recipe. What I call it is a shepherd pie with turkey. Basically, what you want to do is get you a pan. It can be a cake pan. It can be an aluminum foil pan. And this is why I say it's important to take these pans with you when you go to somebody else's house to eat. So you can, go through the line, fix your plate. Crazy turkey's alive. Somebody kill that turkey.
I'm sorry. That was hilarious.
Told me that turkey was dead. Hey. Gobble, gobble. I got you, brother. Now, what you want to do is you want to put a layer of mashed potatoes in the bottom, and then a layer of stuffing, and then a layer of chicken, otherwise known as
turkey.
Turkey. Who was somebody in the front row sitting there? Yeah, chicken. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. None for you. Got to pay attention to the show. Turkey, and then put gravy over the top. Now, the way I like to do mine, if I'm freezing it, I like to put a layer of dressing, and then a layer of turkey, and then gravy, and then a layer of mashed taters, and then a layer of turkey, and then more gravy. I like to double up the turkey, you know, because I am a turkey. But this is so awesome because you can make this and you can prepare this in any size container. If you're single or, you know, there's just two of y'all, put it in a smaller pan and then wrap it in foil and freeze it. And then when you're ready to go, yank it out of the freezer, throw it in the oven at about 325, 350 for about an hour, and, man, you've got dinner. Oh. And, you know, I think turkey and dressing and all that good stuff the next day, I think it's even better.
That's just, yum.
And that is a great way, y'all. I mean, that'll make quick work of, like, leftovers. You make a couple of those up. And, I mean, you don't have to have them the next day or the next week. I mean, wait and have them, you know, after New Year's or something. But whenever you have them, just don't forget to eat them. Or, better yet, freeze those suckers and overnight them to me. And I'll make sure that they get handled.
No self-interest there.
That's right. Hey, it never hurts to ask. I mean, I had a lot of people on the Cooking in the Dark list send me happy birthday wishes. That was pretty cool. Didn't get any gifts, no money, no cards, but I got birthday wishes on email. That's cool. I'm still holding out for a new shirt. Maybe next year.
Can we ask our guests? Maybe Karen has like a nice, simple turkey leftover recipe that she likes.
I have a good one, but I also wanted to ask a question about the other recipe because it sounds so good. If you didn't make your own gravy, do you think you could use the kind in the jar, possibly? Do you think that would work?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I used to use that sometimes when we put a little sour cream in it and stuff. It made it so yummy.
Oh, yeah.
Just thicken it up.
I'm sort of lazy. Yeah.
Maybe put a little grated cheese in there with it, a little cream cheese.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anything, onion or, you know, whatever sounded good. But when I have leftover turkey, I love leftover Thanksgiving stuff. And I'd make a package of broccoli, you know, frozen broccoli, or you could use fresh, and cook it up in the microwave. And then I would take some turkey, 3 to 4 slices for one 10-ounce package of broccoli, and put it on top. And then I make a white sauce, but instead of using milk, I use chicken broth and pour that over the top. And then spread some Parmesan cheese over that and bake it at 400 for about 15 minutes, and it is so yummy.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Ooh.
I like that. Now, see, I want you to step on up there and start cooking for me.
No, because you promised me dinner.
I'll sit out here in the front. Yeah, gosh. I got to quit doing that.
And
I always run my mouth.
And I can say I heard the deal. She sings, you cook.
I know.
You know.
I have to start making sure nobody else is around when I make that promise. That I
there
can
you go.
The witnesses have never said it. Didn't happen. All right. So now here's one that I like doing. It's a little variation. Now, you know, like we were saying, we were talking about our previous guest, Brooke, that ran into the wall when she came out. Bless her heart. Go to cookinginthedark.libsyn, LIBSYN.com, and queue up show number 85. I believe it is under, trying to remember what month. You remember what month that was, Cheryl? Was that August?
I apologize, I do not.
Show number 85, and our wonderful little chicken salad recipe, but just substitute turkey for the chicken, and, man, you'll have a delicious chicken salad. So without further ado, what I've done is I've taken some turkey here, and probably about a pound, I guess, of I don't know if it feels more like white meat, a little more drier, I guess, a little more crumblier than dark meat, would you say?
Yeah, I like that more drier thing.
Yeah.
I like the crumblier thing.
Boy, I'm going to need some help.
You're in trouble with these two girls here. Who became friends in Houston, you know.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's why everybody, y'all need to come to Houston for the reunion. Come down, hang out. We do a live cooking show. We do a live handyman show. You get to celebrate my birthday with bringing me a present.
Instead of just email.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Emails are great, too, y'all. I enjoy
They're
those.
gold. Yeah.
They are. Beautiful wishes. Now, what I've done is I've taken this about a pound of this turkey, and I've diced it up into probably small little, I would say, bite-sized pieces, maybe half-inch diameter, half-inch square. And to that, I'm adding about a cup and a half of coleslaw. Now, this is the bag coleslaw. This isn't already pre-mixed out of the deli or anything. There's no dressing with this coleslaw. It's just the shredded up slaw. Woo!
But can I say, if somebody did buy the deli coleslaw, it would work just as well. The only thing you'd have to do is, in this instance, drain out the sort of liquid. So you could use a colander to drain out the liquid, because you're using this coleslaw and the turkey to make a sandwich.
That's it.
So, yeah.
We're making a crunchy sandwich. So now I'm going to add about a half of a cup, well, maybe more of a quarter of a cup of mayo, and a little surprise, Cheryl.
I'm assuming something spicy. No?
That was my force. That was that. Yo, Star, count. What's 2 plus 2?
That's scary.
5. Very good. I got a smart horse. 5. All right. Yeah, we're going to add about a tablespoon of horseradish.
Ew. That is very spicy.
Yeah, I got to bring it up a little bit, okay?
My husband likes things hot, too.
I heard that about him.
Did you?
That's why he married you, I heard.
Oh, good grief. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Now, want to mix this all up together. And if you want, y'all, you can add a little spicy mustard to it, or brown mustard. You can add some jalapeno. You can add some pickles. You can add a little onion, which we're fixing to do. Not a lot, but what we're after is you want more of a dry spread. You don't want a real wet spread. That's why Cheryl suggested if you do use the deli coleslaw, the one that's already packed with the dressing, to go ahead and put some in the colander and drain it out, because the stuff is very, very wet, to coin a phrase, I guess, or not to coin a phrase. So, Karen, while I'm preparing this here onion on our onion dicer, just lay it here on the grid, y'all, and whoop, there it is. There's a diced onion. Ta-da! Just that quick. You scoop out this handful of onion. So this is probably about a quarter cup of onion, y'all, and I'm going to put in about half of it. We don't want, if you have a date, you want to be able to still get a kiss, right?
Oh,
you don't like kissing onion breath, do y'all?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving, family's over. Grandma will be coming up, give you a kiss, man. Ooh, you don't want no onion breath, grandma kiss. Pretty nasty. Now, here's the best part. If there's some leftover dinner rolls, slice one of those guys up, and if it were me, I would slide it in the oven and toast it for just, put your oven on about 350, slice it in half, open it up, and serve it as an open-faced sandwich. Toast that, then come out and put some of this crunchy turkey, horseradish stuff. What else could you call it? I guess that's it, huh? Put that on it. Good stuff, man. And this is what's cool about this. This is kind of like a turkey salad. Or a chicken salad, I guess. It'll keep. You can make a bunch of it and just put it on your bread, make a sandwich, eat it with crackers, whatever you want to do, but it's right there. Hey, why don't we take a little break and we'll prepare for the next little quickie recipe, and I guess we'll be right back, huh, with Cooking in the Dark and our guest, Karen Carr.
Holy Bible, the Old Testament, the book of Genesis, chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light.
The solar-powered Talking Bible, only $89.99 at blindmysmart.com. Plus, the mice will pay your shipping.
It's cooking in the dark, oh yeah, cooking in the dark right now. Cooking in the dark, oh yeah, come on in, cooking in the dark. It's cooking in the dark, oh yeah, cooking in the dark right now. Cooking in the dark, oh yeah, come on in, cooking in the dark. It's cooking in the dark, oh yeah, cooking in the dark right now. Cooking in the dark, oh yeah, come on in, cooking in the dark. guys, this is John with Lounging with John, and I'm standing right outside of the Dale Campbell's Cooking in the Dark kitchen, looking at all these prices. You guys really need to come over and check out all the great merchandise that they got for you. Come on over to www.blindmicemart.com. That's www.blindmicemart.com. You can even get the microwave finance. That's right. Not able to make the full payment? They will break the payments down for you to make it affordable. You don't want to pass up all these great opportunities, and someone's always here to help you find what you're looking for. So come on over while the prices are hot, and, well, while the food's hot too, because mice, they might be nice and give you a bite to eat while you're here shopping.
And we're back with wonderful Cooking in the Dark and after Thanksgiving leftovers with Darling Dale Campbell and Cheryl Cummings.
Darling Dale.
Darling Dale.
Hey, Dale.
I couldn't resist.
Dance around on my little apron and my toes.
There you go.
All right, y'all. We're back, man. We did that. We just did a crunchy little, I guess you could almost call that a chicken salad variation with the coleslaw, but a nice little crunchy change of pace, which will delight your taste buds and make you dance a little bit. Now, we're going to make another little thing here. It's going to be a tortilla wrap, and for that I'm going to need some more turkey, which I'll dice up. I'm going to grate some cheese, and then I'm also going to dice another little bit of an onion. So while I'm doing all that, preparing our little entree here, getting all the pieces ready, we're going to let Cheryl and Karen talk a little bit about her albums, man. Now, one thing before we get into that, what's the word on the Democratic Convention?
You mean on the God Bless America medley in the Democratic Convention? Do you know about that?
Yeah.
We don't know yet. We've been talking to them and really sort of putting out the word to the people that are doing that here in Colorado. And I've had some friends send it actually to the Clinton office. And I really, really want it to happen. I think it would be the coolest thing, to see somebody from Colorado get to stand there and do what I do and sing that medley because it was beautifully put together. And I'm very, very proud of that. So we're just going to it's a waiting game, Dale, actually.
Right, ma'am.
Should we try to institute any sort of a campaign? Do we want people to start calling and saying, hey?
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be awesome? Everybody start calling.
Or the Democratic National who do we call?
Well, that's the big question. Oh, I think everybody should start calling Hillary's office. And she'll be saying, Karen who?
Yeah. They will say, you need to listen to her on Cooking in the Dark, show number 97.
There you go.
CD online at Blind Mice Mart, and then you'll know who the heck she is. And just for you, Hillary, we'll even autograph it.
There you go. Oh, my God. And my signature is absolutely the weirdest signature on the planet.
That's okay.
You could be doctor.
It's the Karen Kosh brand.
That's right.
Right.
It's no problem.
There's no look-alike, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Karen, I'm just so amazed and impressed, and these CDs are so beautiful.
Thank you.
How long have you been singing?
Well, I've been singing since I was, before I talked, I sang, my mother said, but I've been singing professionally since I was 15.
Wow.
And have had an interesting career. The music business is not an easy one. I've been fortunate. I mean, I'm not a star, but I'm not dead yet either, So I've been...
hey, in mine, you're a star to me.
Absolutely.
You're one of the most famous people I know.
Well, and vice versa.
And talented.
And talented, yeah. I mean, I'm just popular, but I ain't very talented.
Well, you're talented in cooking, and
yeah,
I'm sure your wife thinks you're talented.
I can. Yeah, there you go. Yes, I am. We can't talk about that, though. Okay, I'll be quiet. I'm grating cheese, y'all. We're grating some mozzarella, about a cup and a half of mozzarella cheese. I'm going to dice up an onion real fast, and then I'll be back. So y'all listen to these beautiful ladies talk.
We keep playing our 2 or 3 favorite songs. I'd say all the songs are beautiful, but we've got 2 or 3 favorite ones that we really play over and over again. But can you tell us a little more about the songs on the CD?
Oh, no, this album is the After the Rain album, and there's actually a song called that I wrote. But the song you've been listening to is called If You Could See the Way I See It.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the songs that I wrote about my experience being blind. You know, everybody has a comment to make usually, especially if they can see about how dreadful it is to be blind. And believe me, I mean, Cheryl, you and I can attest to the tough days, you know,
Right,
and times when it's always difficult. But there are some very beautiful things about being blind, and I wanted people to just remember that in the midst of their concern, you know. So.
Right.
You approach it too, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's a gravity issue, basically, for those of us that are blind. What are you going to do about it? You know? It's whine and complain and make it ugly and nasty, or just deal with it, have fun, and wear a Too Much Sex Causes Blindness T-shirt and go about your business.
That too.
Well, in addition to that one, I who am not a gun person, I love the Blind Riflemen's Association.
I do too. I thought that was the best thing on the planet. I bought my husband one of those. I just love it. You know, I love it.
They're a lot of fun. So now you wrote all the songs on the album?
All except Young at Heart, which is a Richard Rodgers tune, I think, and Ordinary Miracles, which is an Alan and Marilyn Bergman tune, and Michelle Legrand. And there's a Hero, that one too, and I think that's a Mariah Carey tune. But everything else on there is mine.
Wow, groovy. Now, do you have plans for like an album maybe with like Lola and
Lola?
Back in Black? You know?
Gee, Dale, that just never crossed my mind. You know, I need to work on that. Actually, the next project we're looking at is doing an album of standards, but everybody keeps saying, well, you mean that means you're not going to write anything? But there are going to be 3 or 4 tunes of mine on there too. So.
So it
now,
sounds.
when you run stuff, do you like wake up in the middle of the night and start writing, or do they just come to you, or you start with a base idea and just elaborate on it?
Sometimes they come, but sometimes they take weeks. You know, I'll get a lyric idea, and then it'll be kind of touch and go until I can put a melody to it. There are times I wake up in the middle of the night, but I have to try to be quiet because my poor husband gets up early in the morning to go to his straight job, you know, his regular job. So it's really not a formulaic kind of business, this writing music. I try, you know, I'm not very good at sitting down every single day and practicing, so I write when the inspiration hits me.
Right, when it hits you. Yeah, that's cool.
Now, and Karen, were you playing an instrument on the record or on the CD?
Yes, I played piano on almost everything except Young at Heart, Ordinary Miracles, and there's a Hero, and also David Roberts, my piano player. I have a band, and Dave Roberts plays my tune, Wings to Fly, because we were recording for TV when we did that. But everything else, you know, I play.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. You're kind of like Kid Rock.
Oh, God. Kid Rock, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's very talented. I mean, he plays...
He is very talented.
You know, guitar, I mean, and, you know, I mean, I am a Kid Rock fan. And, I mean, his latest album, in fact, I mean, he's got almost a bluesy gospel tunes on it. He's got country on it. And he's getting away from that stereotype Kid Rock, you know, type of album.
Well, yeah, didn't you love the thing he did with Sheryl Crow? I loved that tune.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, seeing him in concert, holy, I mean, that was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I didn't want it to end. Don't stop playing.
Oh, nice.
The best show I ever saw was in Houston in '06 at the Sheraton Hotel.
Oh, the Gathering. When we had a chance
like standing right, but you know, all 3 of the gals, or I don't know who the heck I was in between, but man, y'all were wailing, and I was like loving it. It was awesome. I thought I was in the middle of some angels. Hey,
gosh, it's been almost a year, hasn't it?
It has. It has. It's almost time for another one.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, wait, every even year, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, what I have done here is I've taken a couple flour tortillas, and I've tossed them in the microwave and nuked them for about 15 seconds. Now, I'm building a wrap with the turkey and with a little onion. Now, we're going to take a little salsa and put in here as well. A little salt and pepper.
Hey,
now
Dale?
comes the tricky part, rolling this dude up. Yeah.
Quick question. Now, remind us, why did you nuke the wrap?
to soften the tortilla.
Ah, okay.
Did you put a paper towel in there with them, or did you just put them in the microwave?
I just put them right in the microwave for about 15 seconds. 15
seconds? Because sometimes I've heard putting a wet paper towel in there with them is great, but I'm glad to know you can do it without it, too.
Yeah, and it depends. If you're going to nuke them for a little longer, then, put a paper towel in there. But with the wet paper towel and for the short amount of time that we nuked them for,
right,
it really wouldn't have done,
Cool.
It wouldn't have done anything because it wouldn't have been enough time for any steam to come off that wet paper towel. Because basically all I was wanting to do was just kind of soften them up. They were refrigerated, and there were a couple that were stuck together. A little onion. I'm going to put a little jalapeno on this one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And just kind of roll them up. And then what I'm doing is I'm putting them in a cake pan. I'm making 2 of them. I'm putting them in a cake pan, a little 9-inch round cake pan, with the rolled side down. And we're just going to slide it in the oven. It's a 350-degree oven. And we're just going to slide it in there for, about 5 minutes or so. Just kind of let it toast.
That's going to be a yummy sandwich.
Yum.
There's so many variations with this, but this is just a quick little, just a little mouth jumper, I mean, a little diced jalapeno in there, not a lot, because you don't want the heat of the jalapeno. I mean, I put jalapeno in a lot of stuff, or cilantro, and I just like the flavor. You don't want to overdo it to where it's so much that it overpowers the taste of everything else,
Right.
I mean, I smoked some briskets for my birthday, in fact, and when I smoked them, I put the rub on them and did all that good stuff, but I didn't put barbecue sauce on them. I served the barbecue sauce on the side. I mean, if you want to drench it in barbecue sauce, do that, but all you're tasting is the barbecue sauce. And the same with this. All these flavors, you want these flavors to make this turkey just to complement it and make your taste buds jump, y'all. So, like with the slaw we made earlier, that's what the horseradish does. I mean, if you're not a big horseradish fan, don't put it in there. Maybe some Dijon mustard would work better for you, or whatever. But use that base, and then, man, just add a little stuff here and there to enhance that flavor and get down tonight. Woo! I'm sorry, I got myself all excited.
And the nice thing about using the wrap is that, if somebody's concerned, I know I shouldn't say this, but if somebody's concerned about calories and weight and all that type of stuff, using a wrap is a good alternative to using bread. Certainly you could use, for the sandwich we talked about in the last segment, certainly in addition to using a roll, you could have used wheat bread. So there are lots and lots of options. And
I don't know what in different areas of the country, of course, down here in our grocery store, they have a tortilla stand where they make the tortillas fresh. And they have flour, they have wheat, they have what they call a spicy, where they put spices and stuff in it, so it's kind of hot. They've got all different types, variations, and you should be able to find wheat in your area. If you like corn better, use corn. I'm just not a big fan of corn for little sandwich roll-ups and things like this. I like the wheat much, much better.
They have low-fat flour tortillas now, says this person who's on Weight Watchers again.
All right.
Hey, I'm right behind you, Karen.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not. That's because Karen is on the Cooking in the Dark list, and like I said, we were not responsible for the weight gain, but it happens.
Boy, and I get lots of recipes.
Man, they're flying. I've got over 3,000 recipes. I've got over 3,000 posts to go through on that list because I have been so busy with Blind Mice Mart, I have not been able to keep up with it. And I apologize to everybody on the list. I haven't posted a diabetic recipe in months, it seems like, and the Tasty Tuesday, the Campbell's Tasty Tuesday recipes have not been coming as regularly as they should, but I promise I'll do better. And if you want to join the list, send a blank email to cookinginthedark-subscribe@acbradio.org. That's cookinginthedark-subscribe@acbradio.org. And one of our moderators, Helen or Steve, will, get you on the list. Hey, why don't we listen to another tune, take a little break while our tortillas are in the oven, toasting themselves up to perfection, and we'll be right back.
Why bother shopping the big discount stores when you can shop from the comfort of your own home at BlindMiceMart.com.
Hi, this is Dale Campbell, president of Blind Mice Mart. If you can't find what you're looking for today, check back tomorrow. We're adding new products every day.
Blind Mice Mart, with thousands of products at a completely accessible website. Our address is blindmysmart.com. Again, that's www.blindmysmart.com.
We're back one more time with Cooking in the Dark and Dale Campbell and Cheryl Cummings and this amazing soup Dale's going to make.
Oh, yeah, it's good soup, man. Now, this is a change of pace for something to do with some leftover turkey as I'm rearranging some bowls in the kitchen here, making some room. Y'all in the front row, you better scoot back a little bit. Karen, adjust the seatbelt in your stool there because things might get crazy here. All right, I've got some oil in the pan in a pot. It's the 8-quart multi-cooker pot, to be exact, that we sell at Blind My Smart. And, hey, where'd that go? Getting ready to dice
What'd you lose? I'll help you find it.
There it is. I got it. It was to your left.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Sorry, that was to your right. I'm sorry.
He meant your other left.
That's right.
Is that right or left? Hey, I don't know. All right, man, I can really hear that sizzling. What I'm doing is dicing up an onion real quick to toss in this pot, and then we're going to let it saute just for a second. We're going to be making a Russian recipe. I learned this from my neighbor, and oh my gosh, is it excellent. I love it because it's sour. And I don't know about y'all, but I just love sour stuff. Now, I put in about a small onion, all nice and diced up. To this, I'm also going to add some mushrooms, probably about a half a pint of sliced white mushrooms. I'm just going to put those in there with the onions and let them all kind of just saute together while I prepare the other items. Now, if you don't have this dicer, another thing you can do with this onion is grate it. You also want to grate one potato, kind of a large potato. Peel it or don't peel it. It's up to you. The Russians, they don't peel it because they don't waste anything. Seriously. When we had fried turkey a few weeks back, Olga was like, she was kind of like, she had a hard time with us throwing the carcass away. There wasn't much left of it. It was picked pretty clean by the band, believe me. But she was like, man, in Russia, we just, we don't throw anything away.
Mm-hmm.
It's all kept, which I totally understand.
Well,
frugality.
And I would think with a potato, the vitamins are in the skin. So you want to keep it. I mean, if it doesn't disagree with your stomach or whatever,
right?
I think you should definitely keep the skin.
Something else you're going to need, y'all, is about 1 cup of dry rice, but you want to cook it, so that'll make you about 4 cups of cooked rice. And we want to dump that in there pretty soon, too. Let me stir this around a little bit, find our turkey so I can get it diced up. Well, I had a spoon. I hate it when that happens.
Those mice are getting a little frisky again, huh?
I don't know if it was the mice or that old KK sitting over there.
Uh-oh. Let us not insult the guest.
But there wasn't enough to have a good taste of anything, so I really didn't steal it. You just have to do the trick of finding it.
You're on your second glass of wine, so I know how.
There you go.
Crank that up a little bit.
And that's about my limit.
Once your veggies kind of saute down a little bit, we're going to add a can of chicken broth to this, a 15-ounce can of chicken broth.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes the sour part. Let me get that ready here. And this is how you can control how sour you make this soup. It's by the amount of pickles you put in it. Oh, dill pickles. Dill pickles. Man, that reminds me, I saw an episode of Barney and Andy, Andy Griffith's show once.
Uh-huh.
And Andy, man, she was making pickles, homemade pickles. Oh, they were terrible. So the guys, they went out and bought all the store pickles and swapped them out.
Oh.
And Aunt B thought she did so good, well, she decided to make another batch. So, man, them dudes, those poor guys, they had to eat all those old nasty. That was funny.
So are these, how are the pickles? Are they sliced or do you have to dice them up or what?
These are spears.
Okay.
I just kind of bang the lid on the table there on the side to pop the top, to pop the pressure. If you have whole pickles, spears are going to be a little bit hard to grade, to grate.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to experiment here. Live on Cooking in the Dark. We're going to see how this old onion and veggie dicer does.
Oh, so you're just going to line them up on that dicer thing and then close it and dice them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, they're a little bit soft, so I did a tomato, y'all, and the tomato was a little bit too soft, and it did, part of it diced, but part of it didn't. If, you want to understand that, we ended up with ketchup. See what happens here.
One more
now
thing to clean up.
Spears, I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half from end to end, so they'll fit on the little grid here. This grid's about 4 by 4, so these pickle spears would be a little bit too long. So just line some of these up. Hey, I think we have.
That should have worked.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds like it did anyway. We got the nice little pop, that says, "Yay, you did it." I've got just a jar of pickles here, so what I'm going to do is get all these dudes diced up.
Do you add in like the water or whatever, the juice that the pickles come in, or just the pickles?
Yeah. Very good, Cheryl. Yes, you do.
Ooh.
That is kind of the secret to really making them good and sour.
Ah.
And the sour you want it, I like it really sour, so so does Candace and Skylar. Now, it's going to depend on what how you want it, but why not? Whoops, that one didn't do too good. I was doing them with the, what would you call that? I guess the skin side out.
Mm-hmm.
That last one I just did with the skin side down, and we got kind of mush. But let me do it skin side up. Yeah, skin side up works a lot better. All right. Let me do about 3 more. We'll be good to go. Now, have y'all ever taken, like when your pickle jar is almost empty, or is empty, slice up some onions and put in there?
I haven't done that, but I thought about it. Yeah.
Oh, man, they are good.
I have to try that.
Nice little snack, especially if
so Dale, did you do a whole jar of pickles?
Almost. It's
really?
not. It's a small jar. It's I don't even know how many ounces it is. It feels like a 16 or 18 ounce jar, 20 ounce jar, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the great big jar. It's not the little bitty baby jar. It's the mama bear jar. It's the one that's just sweet. Oh yeah, this did great. Ta-da! Man, once again, the onion and veggie dicer comes through again.
Now it's the pickle dicer.
Now it's a pickle dicer. All right, so we're putting that in the pot. If you have some spinach, that'd be good in here too. Some fresh spinach leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Toss those in there. Let me get our jar of our chicken broth. Okay, I just basically poured all the juice from the pickle jar into the soup. Now we're just going to let it kind of come up to a boil, and then since our turkey is already cooked, we'll just toss it in last. And with the turkey, y'all, you don't want it to really, you want it to be nice big hunks of meat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You don't want it to be little bitty like shredded. You want it to be nice big pieces. So we'll just pop some of that in. Let this stuff boil, y'all, and it is good. There's really not a right or a wrong to put in here. Now, once we get all this going, just before you serve it, you want to mix in your rice, or you can put your rice in a bowl and then pour this on over the top of it. It's all good. It's all right here.
Nice.
Cooking in the Dark. Now, listen, everybody. This is vitally important. You need to get to blindmysmart.com immediately. As soon as you hear the show, go there now. Hurry. Order Karen Karsh's albums, the one you've been hearing them all day. Look, I tell you what, if you don't like them, she'll come and sing live for you at your house. Well, maybe not, but I don't think we did.
Cheryl and I got very quiet, didn't we?
Yeah.
There was no supporting sound. Hey, Mr. Producer, we finally found out how to make them be quiet.
All right, you're walking on the risky side there.
Hey, I'm away from. I've got a knife right here by me. I'm protected.
Oh.
No, just joking, y'all. Hey, I'm Dale Campbell. This is Cooking in the Dark. Y'all say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much for having me, and don't forget that we're going to donate $3 for every CD we sell.
That's right.
Blind
so,
My Smart.
Please come and buy CDs to help raise money for the scholarship fund so we can help send blind and visually impaired kids to college and make the world a little bit better for the rest of us. Because, I figure we get more blind and visually impaired people out there in the real world, the more the real world's going to have to come around to our way of thinking, which is kind of askew and kind of weird sometimes. But what the heck, it's our way. Oh, well, anyway, I'm Dale Campbell. This is Cooking in the Dark for Karen Karsh and my beautiful co-host, Cheryl Cummings. Y'all have a very, very merry holiday little Thanksgiving weekend season here, and we'll see you next week on Cooking in the Dark.
Thank you for listening to Cooking in the Dark with Dale Campbell, hosted by Lounging with John. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and also tell your friends about us on Facebook and Twitter or any other social networks that you might be a part of.
It's Cooking in the Dark, oh yeah, Cooking in the Dark right now. Cooking in the Dark, oh yeah, come on in, Cooking in the Dark. It's Cooking in the Dark, oh yeah, Cooking in the Dark right now. Cooking in the Dark, oh yeah, come on in, Cooking in the Dark. Hey guys, this is John with Lounging with John, and I'm standing right outside of the Dale Campbell's Cooking in the Dark kitchen, looking at all these prices. You guys really need to come over and check out all the great merchandise that they got for you. Just come on over to www.blindmicemart.com. That's www.blindmicemart.com. You can even get the microwave finance. That's right. Not able to make the full payment? They will break the payments down for you to make it affordable. You don't want to pass up all these great opportunities, and someone's always here to help you find what you're looking for. So come on over while the prices are hot, and, well, while the food's hot too, because mice, they might be nice and give you a bite to eat while you're here shopping.